Hi everyone, welcome to Special Angel Art Dolls. My name is Nicole, and on this channel we do lifelike dolls and lots of fun. I am back with another episode of Meet the Babies today. That is where I introduce you to one of my dolls in my collection, and I tell you all about them, what type of doll they are, their size, where they came from, and also what meaning they have to me, and the personality that I imagine for them. So today I have Trevor Leaf, and he is ready to get changed because it is way too warm for what he's wearing. So he's gonna get dressed into this little Carter's romper. This is 3 to 6 months. That is the size that he typically wears best. He can wear some 3-month, but he typically wears 3 to 6 best. You can see that the baby nest here, maybe needs to be actually stretched out a little bit for him. Let's see what we can do with that. Yeah, let's relax that a little bit for him. Because he is a big boy. He is actually one of the 2 biggest Paradise Galleries dolls that I have. And so he is from Paradise Galleries. He is the Pumpkin Spice Nice doll, sculpted by Jan Wright. And he is an incredibly special baby to me. But before I get into that, he is 24 inches long. I have changed his body. He comes as a 22-inch baby, but I have changed his body to a 24-inch, and I think it fits him much better. He has light brown rooted synthetic hair and blue eyes and a light skin tone, and he has this soft, gentle smile, really chubby cheeks, a really subtle dimple right here. And I love his little man chin, and his nose and his deep set eyes, and he's just so cute. And I will show you, he can hold things with his right hand. He can kind of hold things with both hands, but you can see he's holding onto my finger here, really actually pretty tightly. And he can, this hand is a little bit more open, so he doesn't quite grip so tightly with this one. But I love these little grippy hands that he has. And he can also hold on to his own hands like this. It's so cute. And he can also kind of grab his foot. Maybe both feet. Yeah. He can kind of play with his toes. It doesn't stay really well, but he can. He has really nice bent legs. I love bent legs. He's very cuddly, very nice to hold. He's a perfect hip hugger. I would love to find him a little onesie or something that says hip hugger. And he can suck his finger like this. And again, I love when babies can do this. And he can also, if you turn his head and kind of work at it a little bit, he can suck his thumb like that. So he's just darling. He is absolutely darling. So I'm going to start to get him changed now. Get off these jogger pants that he's wearing. So, Trevor, oh my goodness, where do I begin? First of all, when I ordered him from Paradise Galleries, I had gone on the website to get a completely different doll. And somehow I ended up putting him into my cart and checking out. And then I went, oh, what did I just do? What did I just do? And I thought, what did I do? I do have to say that I was going through a really, really tough time at the time, and I wasn't really thinking all that clearly. And so I really questioned what I had done. And I thought, am I going to like this baby when I get him? And then I thought, well, I better pick out a name just in case I do. And I had just been in a situation, and I'm not going to go into this too deeply. It didn't have anything to do with dolls or YouTube or anything. But I had just been in a situation where I felt like I needed to stop doing something that I loved because somebody else was making remaining a part of the group that I was in untenable to me. And I spoke to the group leader, whose name was Trevor, and I expressed my concerns, and I was, preparing to peacefully withdraw from this situation. And he actually spoke up, and he said, well, is this affecting other people too? And it was. I'm going to pick him up so that I can lay his outfit out. And it was. It was affecting everybody. Well, everyone except for one person. One other person. And he said, well, no, if this is affecting the majority of the group, then, this needs to be addressed. And basically, I don't want to go into it, but he stood up for me. He said, this is wrong and it needs to stop, and I will make it stop. And most of us, often in our lives, we do endure things that are wrong. But I had never, ever had anybody stand up and offer to stand up for me like that. And it made such an impact. And things still changed. And it was painful. And, what was attempted didn't really work. But that made a huge impression on me, that someone was willing to stand up and say, no, this is wrong, this should change. And then do something about it. Or at least try. And so when this little one came and I opened the box, I immediately fell in love with just just everything about him. I immediately fell in love, and I had chosen to name him Trevor in honor of this wonderful, beautiful person who did this. And Leaf comes from J.R.R. Tolkien. He has a short story called Leaf by Niggle, and it is my favorite of his short works. And so Leaf comes from that, and I had already chosen that name. And when he arrived and I saw him and picked him up out of the box, I didn't do this right again. I cried. Like, really. Like, I'm actually glad that I didn't video that box opening. I audio recorded it for myself. But I'm glad I didn't video, because I don't think that I could have been as authentic with my reaction as I kind of needed to be. And I cried, and I immediately just loved him so much. And so that's what he represents to me. Oh, this fits really nice. Yeah. And that covers up his limb caps really nicely. And I'm actually going to, put some little crib shoes on him. My dad's little white crib shoes that were his when he was little. They're little high tops. And I don't need to put anything underneath them because they're soft. So that is how Trevor came and got his name. And so, personality-wise, Trevor, my little Trevor, is just the sweetest little boy. Well, maybe I will put these shoes on. He is loving and cuddly. He loves to ride around on my hip and see everything that's going on. I really thought these would fit, but they might not. He loves to crawl and climb, and yeah, they will fit, just barely. My goodness, they're not big enough for some babies, and for him, they're too small. So, yeah, he loves to climb and be adventurous. His little lovey is a little coffee cup with a face. I should have brought that over. We call it Cuppy. Cuppy is his friend. He never goes anywhere without Cuppy. And he loves whimsical little character toys like that. He prefers those over like traditional stuffed animals. He likes sort of odd little things with faces. Like, you know, food or different types of animals, or, you know, just things that you don't see a lot. He likes the really whimsical character type toys. And I mean, even like if he has a character on his clothes or his shoes or something that he'll see, that he can see, that's placed so that he can see it, he will talk to it in baby talk. And he talks to his toys in baby talk all the time. He has a vivid imagination already. And he is so sweet and so fun. He has a little bit of a mischievous side. He, you know, one of his siblings, one of his sisters, when she came, she was afraid of the cats. And so Trevor loves cats. He loves the cats. And so he would imitate the cat's noises just to get a rise out of her. You know, things like that. And then if she got really upset, he would back off. But, you know, that's kind of the thing that he does. Just going to comb his bangs forward a little bit and kind of sweep them to the side. There we go. There he is. He's all dressed. So he's, yeah, he does have a little mischievous streak. But he doesn't mean any harm. He doesn't actually want to, you know, cause real harm to anybody. So that is my Trevor, and he's all dressed for warmer weather now. He's got a little pocket on his romper, which I think is so sweet. So I hope you all enjoyed getting to know more about him. I hope you're enjoying this Meet the Babies series. I'm having fun doing it and spending some individual quality time with each baby. And there are a lot more to go, so stay tuned. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Take care, be kind, and God bless. Say bye, Trevor. Bye. Bye, friends.